really good about it. If you're just joining us now, this is a 5-week plank challenge, which means we're going to do 5 variations of a plank, 5 days a week, 5 minutes total. And I have my partner and co-founder of CORE, Jessica Waugh, to thank for this. So if you want to follow along with her challenge and see what else that spicy gal is up to, check her page out. It's JWAUGH Fitness on YouTube. And come over to our pages on Instagram and Facebook at CORE. So let's see what Jessica has surprised us with for this week. All right, so 1 minute holds for each. 1 minute high plank hold, solid, love it. 1 minute each left and right side planks with oblique dips, bleh. 1 minute child's pose, oh boy. Toes are tucked, and I'm gonna shoot out to a plank. All right, Tootsie. And then finally, 1 minute high plank. Socks are on the feet, and we're gonna bring feet to straddle, split, then back to straight. Okay, I gotta start that over because I don't even understand what the fuck that all is.
The message the Sumerian goddess up here is probably the oldest of any of these gods.
Hi, welcome to CORE. My name is Kat Thomas, and we've done it. Well, almost. We've made it to week 5 of our plank challenge, and I'm very excited. I've gotten a lot stronger, and I've been really trying to focus on my alignment through each of the poses each week. If you're just joining, welcome to CORE. My co-founder, Jessica Waugh, has created a 5-week plank challenge, 5 days a week, 5 different variations of the plank asanas, and 5 minutes each day that we're doing them. So yes, we are on week 5, and I'm really excited to see what Jessica has created for us this week. She's been wonderful in giving me a lot of good challenges. Okay, Jessica. So we have a 1 minute high plank hold. Love those. 1 minute each left and right side planks with oblique dips. Dip, dip. And then we're going to do something that is jumping and shooting out from a child's pose to high plank. And my cat will be joining us, obviously. This is the Shanti show. And then a high plank. You're going to need socks for this last one. We're going to bring our feet into a straddle and then back to our high plank. So 5 minutes, 5 poses, high plank, left and right, oblique dips, chameleon planks, and high planks with straddles. I'm going to show you some variations between all of these, and then we'll actually go through the challenge ourselves together. So what you'll need, nice flat surface. Definitely would prefer if you had a smooth surface for that last little bit. It's a lot easier to slide from a straddle if you're not on carpet. So maybe a little bit of a sock action you'll need. If you want to use props or blocks, go ahead and grab those. And I always suggest having water nearby and something to time yourself. Okay, so I'm going to set my timer. We're going to get prepared. And I want you to roll out your wrists, give them a little bit of a warm up. If you don't usually do this before any of your workouts, I highly encourage that you do. At CORE, we give ourselves a wrist and hand exercise before all of our sessions. J Watt Fitness, there's some really good videos there to show you just how to do that. And focusing on your breath, making sure that you're really encouraging your movements to be guided by that slow and calm breath. So let's start with the high plank. If you haven't seen some of my other videos at Wine Goddess LB, I show you the proper formations, but I'm going to show you again here because it's always a good reminder. Now you can use your blocks. You can press the hands down into the mat, really spread those fingers wide. And from here, they're shoulders distance apart. I always like to measure that out by putting a block in between or a little book in between that's the same level as that, and getting my hands flat and firm. I'm going to press off protract, spread the scapula and those shoulder blades across the back. Draw the navel in, gaze is down, extending one leg at a time. So here's our high plank. Now if this is too much, you can always come down onto your forearms. Again, without hurting yourself, align your hands into shoulder distance. It'll make this a lot less strenuous on the neck and the shoulders. Keep the core engaged and reach the gaze down and just slightly forward. If those are still a little too intense, don't you worry. Bring the hands down, cross at the ankles, rock the heart center up and over the fingertips, draw the navel in, gaze is still forward, and you're just gonna hold here. We're gonna start with our right arm. So from here, we're gonna place the forearm down, hand is flat, fingertips are spread. Place the right arm down. Okay, so now we're going to move into our side oblique dips. We'll start with our right hand. We're going to place the forearm down onto the mat. Hand is flat, fingertips are spread. If you feel confident that you can send those feet out and roll over onto your right foot, shoot those hips high into the sky. You can extend that arm up or leave it just resting on your hips. You're going to gently lower down to the mat and raise as high as you can. Really feel yourself pressing off from the forearm and the hands. Shoot that hip high into the sky. Keep the navel engaged. Of course, if that's a little too much, bring your forearm down. Bring the shin and the knee down and just hold here. Open up the heart center. Breathe deep and you can hold here, keeping that hip lifting up to the sky. And then we'll roll over onto our left arm and rock that out. Now we've got a minute of our chameleon poses. There's a few different ways to do this. I'll show you the mild, and then we'll show you the spicy, honor your edge. So we're going to come into a modified child's pose. So we're going to curl the toes under. All right, our elbows are close to our body, fingertips are spread, hands are flat. We're going to lift up and exhale, come back down. Lift and exhale, come back down. Okay, next we're going to come into our chameleon pose. There's a spicy and a mild way to do this. I'm going to start with the mild. We're going to come into our plank. So again, set yourself up for success. Plant the hands, spread those wings, draw the navel in. And we're going to rock back, really stretch out those arms as you push up from the mat. And inhale, come back to your plank. Exhale, bending at the knees, staying on the ball of the foot. All right, so if you want to do a little spicy, bring the knees in, kind of like you're in your bear plank pose. Drop those forearms down close to the body. You're going to keep the elbows tight and neat into your sides. And as you inhale, just bring the heart forward. Exhale, shoot the arms back. Inhale, knees come in. Exhale, drop and shoot those legs back. Now, if you're doing that, make sure that you're going and jumping back into a low plank. You don't want to come into a high plank. No need to add some stress. Okay, welcome back to core. My name is Kat Thomas, and we are about to start our week 5 plank challenge. Thank you to the beautiful goddess and co-founder of core, Miss Jessica Wah. If you haven't subscribed to her YouTube channel yet, please do. You will thank me. It's JWAUGH Fitness. And check out our Instagram and Facebook pages under @core. All right, so if you're just joining us for the first time, this is a 5-week plank challenge, 5 days a week, 5 minutes each day, 5 different asanas or poses. In other words, let me just tell you real quick what Jessica has challenged us with this week. So we're going to start with a 1 minute high plank hold, then go to left and right side plank oblique dips, and then a chameleon pose for a minute, and then lastly we're going to do a straddle or split high plank for 1 minute. So get yourself ready, have your yoga mat or a nice cushiony surface, and then you'll also need socks and some kind of smooth surface to roll out on for your straddles and splits. I'm gonna have the timer ready, so whenever you are set up, join me. We're gonna start in high plank. Again, modifications are shown in my demo video, so please check that out. If it is your first workout of the day, make sure that you've worked out your wrists and your hands. Okay, get ready, get yourself set up. Come into your high plank. I'm going to start the clock, and away we go. Press off from the hands, draw that navel in. You keep your gaze down and just above the edge of the mat. Let's use that Ujjayi breath, really bring some steam and passion into the body. Come up a little further on the tippy toes, heart center coming up over the fingertips. Push off. Roll those shoulder blades across the back and breathe. We're halfway there. Beautiful. Perhaps at this time, thinking of a moment where you felt amazing. As you breathe that in, let it travel throughout the body, creating a nice, strong, straight line from the toes all the way through the crown of the head. Almost there. And gently come out of the pose. Drop one knee at a time. Rock back to your child's pose. Roll out the wrists. Take a few breaths here. Beautiful. All right, set yourself up. I'm pretty sure we're doing obliques. Yep. So we're going to come onto your plank. So set yourself up. We're going to drop down to the left forearm. Now, if you want to keep that extra heat and spice, stay strong, stay straight, and just lift those hips sky high and lower down. I'm going to go onto my forearm. I feel like I get a lot more out of this and a lot more of a benefit when I'm rolling and lifting from my forearm. Make sure that your heart center is open, fingers are spread wide, forearm and hands are down. And if you want, you can lift that arm sky high or rest it on your hips. I'm going to start the clock, and we're going to bring those hips up to the sky. Let's lift and lower, lift, lower. You keep that breath flowing. Keep the navel drawn in towards the lower back. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. It's like a beautiful wave in the ocean. Send those hips up. More than halfway there. Almost. Keep lifting, keep breathing. And body. Spread those arms out in front of you. Drop the forehead. Take a few breaths. And come back up. I'm going to switch sides. You don't need to do that. We're going to roll on to our forearm, or you can keep that nice straight arm, whatever you want to do. I'm going to set myself into plank. Come down onto my forearm, right hand down, roll over onto the right foot, and lift myself up. Whenever you're ready, I'm starting the clock, and now. Again, lift high, exhale, inhale, stretch up to the ceiling. Draw the navel in. Use that hand, press off with the forearms. Maybe a little firelight right now in the arms. That's always fun. Really sparking you up. Thank you, Jessica. More than halfway there. Smiling helps you through it, or at least it fakes the brain for just a moment, and you think you're having a good old time. Almost there. Keep your breath flowing. Keep lifting high. Shoot those hips up to the sky. And exhale, release, roll over. Spread those wings out. Give yourself a moment. And come back. Hands come on either side of the heart center. Lift up. Come back to tabletop. So our next pose is chameleon. Again, just as a refresher, you're going to come up to your plank. Heart center coming up and over the hands. And you're going to rock back, bending at the knees. Really stretch here and then come forward. If you want to add that extra intensity, bending the elbows, keeping them close to the body, and rock back to low plank. So you decide how you want to do that. I'm going to start with the milder chameleon and work myself into the jump and the spiciness. All right, let's get set up. Come into your plank. I'm going to start the clock. And let's go. Really bring your heart center up and over the fingertips. Elongate through the spine. Now, since we're kind of doing a nice little crunch here, I'm going to suggest using that strong power breath that really sends a message to the digestive system. So as you squeeze back, take a breath here and steam it out. And steam it out. More than halfway there. And come down on one knee at a time. Rock yourself back to child's pose. Maybe roll out those wrists. Take a few breaths. And inhale, come back to tabletop. And let's put on our cute little socks. We're going to go right into our straddle and planks. So make your way to your smooth surface. Grab blocks if you want to use them. You can roll up the yoga mat if you want to use that as well. All right, let's set ourselves up for success here. Plant those hands, fingertips spread. I'm going to start the clock as soon as I get into my plank. There we go. And exhale, straddle, inhale. Don't dip. Keep a nice, strong tripod in the arms. Equal balance. Draw the navel in. Keep the breath flowing. Trying to use that ujjayi breath if you can. More than halfway there, you're doing great. Almost. Keep your breath flowing, navel drawn in. Drop one knee at a time. Rock back to your child's pose again. Roll those beautiful wrists out. Woo! Great job, everybody. Week 5, day 1 of our plank challenge. And gently roll up. Roll the shoulders up and back. Breathe deeply in. And exhale, release the wings. 3 more breaths. Inhale, roll the shoulders up and back. And inhale, reach those wings high above you. And exhale, release. Again, roll the shoulders up. Drop them back. Inhale, reach the arms up. And exhale, release one more time through big shoulder roll. And inhale, reach the arms up and above. And exhale, release. Thank you so much for joining me on this 5-week journey. It's been intense and fun, and I've definitely seen a shift in my body, my mind, my breath, and I hope you are enjoying it all as well. Namaste.